And Midday starts now.
Well, good morning to you and welcome into Fox 10 Midday. It's Tuesday, April 28th. I'm Ashlyn Mitchell.
I'm meteorologist Nicholas Herboso, and this is a special day here on Fox 10 Midday because it is somebody's birthday.
It is
Ashlyn
my birthday.
Mitchell, hello.
Thank you. Thank you.
You were just reminiscing. You've had a few birthdays here now.
This is my 4th birthday here at Fox 10, which is crazy. I'm getting old. I'm feeling it.
Have you worked ever? Do you typically work?
I typically work every birthday.
Yes.
And it's fun because I have the best coworkers to do it with. And disclaimer, I told Nick he has to be nice to me for both shows today.
So we will.
Okay?
You know what?
He's
it's
holding
her
it
birthday.
together.
It's her day.
Wow, best gift ever.
You get nice weather for your birthday.
Yes, I know.
And you get a treat at the end of it with a little bit of rain showers at night.
We need it.
So,
we'll take
I mean, we're getting everything that we want here. So let's talk about this. Quiet this afternoon, warm, lovely, okay, lovely if you like warm and almost muggy weather here. But this afternoon, quiet. This evening, you actually have a chance of some strong thunderstorms inland. This is a complex of rain moves in. The exact position of the complex of storms is still to be determined, but all indications are that it will be along and north of Highway 84. Otherwise, another more widespread round of rain happens on Wednesday evening, and that will be a very beneficial rain chance for us. Here's what the deal is right now. These are your watch boxes. In the pink is a severe thunderstorm watch. In the yellow, that is a tornado watch. And these watches are probably going to get slowly expanded as we go through the day off to the east. We probably won't see a watch in our inland spots. We'll just keep an eye on things. You can see thunderstorms also going on right now in the central part of the state. We had one severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like here northwest of Birmingham, getting up on the interstate there. And then lots of lightning in that as well. Here's what it looks like in our local area. And again, our radar is quiet. This afternoon, we are going to be quiet. Temperatures are going to be in the middle 80s here, upper 80s for Chatham and Leakesville at 87 degrees, 85 in Mobile and 82 in Pensacola. Here's your futurecast. Through the rest of the afternoon, we're pretty much good. This evening, we watch that complex of thunderstorms blowing in. It will probably be on a lower kind of weakening trend here, but it could still hold enough to produce gusty winds, and I think that'll be the main issue here. So here's 9:30, 10 o'clock, and there's your line of thunderstorms inland. If you're near the coast, just a little light rain. We'll look at this forecast model and the forecast model for Wednesday evening as well coming up.
All right, Nick, thank you for that update. Well, new on Fox 10 Midday, Mobile police arresting the man in your upper left-hand corner of the screen, 33-year-old Andre Nelson, in connection to a shooting. MPD says Nelson shot a juvenile male and an adult female at Dauphin Gates Apartments back on April 15th. We're told both were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Nelson, there's his mugshot here, faces 3 charges, including 2 first-degree assault charges and illegal possession of a firearm. He is due in court tomorrow for a bond hearing and remains in Metro Jail at this hour. In the meantime, a former employee of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has pleaded guilty to federal child pornography charges. Prosecutors say Bradford Simmons, who also served 21 years in the U.S. Coast Guard, faces up to 20 years in prison. They have not promised any sentencing recommendation. Simmons admitted he had 20 illicit images and videos on his cell phone and another 33 cached images on his laptop. He also admitted to using a program called File Shredder to try to erase evidence from his hard drive. This case started with an investigation by the Mobile County Sheriff's Office Internet Crimes Against Children Unit in 2023 and 2024. Simmons also faces related state charges and is due for a status hearing in Mobile County Circuit Court next month. Well, new today, Forrest Sanford, who pleaded guilty to federal child exploitation charges, will go to prison for more than 24 years. This investigation began with a cyber tip in December 2023 that he was boasting about obtaining sexual images for a 16-year-old through Snapchat. According to court documents, Sanford confessed to chatting with minors and posing as minors to obtain nude images. He also admitted to a physical relationship with a 14-year-old Mississippi girl that lasted 7 months back in 2021. Now, the prison term is 24 years and 4 months, but Sanford will get credit for time he's been in jail since his arrest. After his sentence, he will be supervised by the U.S. Probation Office for 15 years and will also have to register as a sex offender. And the accused gunman from the White House Correspondents' Dinner Saturday could spend the rest of his life in prison after being charged with attempting to assassinate President Trump. Investigators are now combing through his electronics and personal belongings. Fox News correspondent Alex Hogan has the latest.
The facts make it very clear what this intent was.
Prosecutors say they have a solid case against the man accused of storming a checkpoint at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. 31-year-old Cole Allen faces 3 criminal charges, including attempting to assassinate the President of the United States, transporting a firearm across state lines, and discharging a firearm during a crime of violence. And more could be coming.
He purchased those guns in California, which helps to prove that he crossed state lines with firearms with the intent to commit a felony. And also the email that was sent. It was a scheduled email.
Investigators allege Allen sent that email to family members just before the attack, calling himself a, quote, friendly federal assassin. They say he planned the attack for weeks and booked a room at the dinner's venue, the Washington Hilton, on April 6th.
What is clear from the complaint and from what we have so far is he was targeting President Trump.
A White House official tells Fox News Chief of Staff Susie Wiles convened a meeting Monday to review security protocols for the president as the administration calls for lawmakers to lower political rhetoric.
Such as Rep. Hakeem Jeffries just this month said, "We are in an era of maximum warfare everywhere all the time."
Democrats are pushing back.
I stand by it. You can continue to criticize me for it. I don't give a damn about your criticism.
Allen remains behind bars and a detention hearing is set for Thursday. In Washington, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
As the U.S. tightens its blockade in the Strait of Hormuz, Iran is now facing a growing shortage of space to store its oil. Since the start of the blockade, Iran's crude oil shipments dropped from almost 2 million barrels a day to just over 500,000. And a new analysis by Kepler shows the country will run out of storage in 12 to 22 days, forcing a big production cut. It could have a major economic impact, but it's not clear if it will be enough to move peace talks forward.
The oil is shut down, and it's eventually going to be corrosive to the oil production that they're doing, and they don't care about the suffering of their people or even the impact on their industry.
And those talks remain stalled at the moment. One White House official telling Fox News the president doesn't believe Iran is negotiating in good faith, while the Iranians continue to blame the United States. The Kepler analysis predicts that Iran will start to really see the financial pressure from the U.S. blockade on its oil in about 3 to 4 months. Well, happening now, police in Athens are actively searching for a gunman who opened fire in a Social Security office and a courthouse, injuring at least 4 people. The gunman, reportedly an 89-year-old, opened fire initially at a Social Security office. By the time police arrived, the suspect had already fled. He was later suspected of shooting the floor of a court building, leaving 3 female employees slightly wounded with ricocheting shotgun pellets. The motive for the shooting remains unclear, but gun violence is usually very rare in Greece, partly because of tight regulations on firearm ownerships. Meanwhile, the man accused of plotting an attack on one of Taylor Swift's concerts in Vienna, Austria, has pleaded guilty. While the plot was foiled, authorities say they canceled the singer's performance in August of 2024. Known only as Baran A., the 21-year-old pled guilty as his trial began, and his lawyer says he's glad his trial is finally beginning after more than 20 months in custody, and says he regrets what he calls, quote, the biggest mistake of his life. He could now be facing 20 years in prison. And in 2024, authorities said the suspect swore allegiance to the Islamic State group and hoped to kill as many people as possible in his plotted attack. Continuing coverage this morning, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office needs your help tracking down someone wanted for questioning. Take a good look at your screen here. The Sheriff's Office says they're looking for Latoya Lett. Investigators want to ask her some questions after a deadly shooting in the Hillside community located along Highway 84. Lett is 40 years old, about 5 feet 11 inches tall, and weighs roughly 160 pounds. If you know where she could be, call the Monroe County Sheriff's Office right away. Well, the lives of a Wilmer family are continuing to be remembered this morning after being found murdered inside their home. Balloons, stuffed animals, and flowers sit right outside a Wilmer home on Auble Moody Road. And this just 1 week after Keziah Luker, Thomas Cordell Jr., and Lisa Fields were found murdered. As this family is about to be laid to rest this week at Serenity Memorial Gardens, their online obituaries paint a picture of who they were. 17-year-old Keziah, who is pregnant, was described as a spontaneous person, always had a word of love, and wanted to be a nurse. 12-year-old TJ was described as a pure soul who loved games and music. And 46-year-old Lisa was described as the most giving, loving person who dedicated her entire life to her children. While family, friends, and community members continue to honor and remember the three, who killed them and why still remains unknown. Visitation for the family is tomorrow from 11 to 2 p.m. with a service starting at 2. 11:10 now, and still to come right here on Fox 10 Midday. A new Fox 10 Investigate series begins tonight, known as High Speed Hope. Up next, Claudia Nichols joins me to discuss how some rural parts of Alabama are still waiting for high-speed internet. But first, let's check in with Nick.
All right, catnap forecast here. It looks like a nice one with temperatures that are in the 80s. So if you have afternoon plans, just take a nap. It's warm. It's sunny outside. It's nice. This is Itsy, submitted by Kenna Cousins. Thank you for submitting the photo. If you want your cat featured on the catnap forecast, please submit it on the Fox 10 Weather app or email us a photo at our emails. Just our name at fox10tv.com. We'll be right back after this.
Well, these days, so much of life happens online, but in some rural Alabama communities, families are still waiting for that same connection. In fact, some people still don't have reliable high-speed internet. Well, this week, Fox 10 investigates the real cost of slow, spotty, and sometimes unavailable service. Claudia Nichols has been speaking with those families, students, and small businesses, and she joins us this morning. Claudia, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
I know you guys have put in so much work into this segment. A lot of us have high-speed internet, but there's a group of people that don't have access to that, right?
There is, Ashlyn. So for the last month, we've really dug deeper into this issue. I actually went out to several different rural communities and talked to people, had conversations with people inside their homes, outside of their homes, about what their access to internet is like, and a lot of them talked to us about how it affects them on a daily basis. So I met with a couple students who told me that sometimes they have trouble turning in assignments on time. They have trouble with virtual days when it comes to having class online. There were families who struggle maybe making phone calls, working on their computers, and then business owners who their point of sale system runs off internet, and so do their landline phones. And so when those are down, it affects and hurts their businesses as well. So this affects so many different people in different aspects of their daily lives.
I know this story means so much to you, seeing you talk about it now. Can you share a personal story that impacted you while you were working on this project?
Yeah, so one of the days that we were out in one of these rural communities, we had been driving around for a while, and we pulled up our maps on our phone to try to see where we were at, where we were going, and nothing was loading, nothing was working. I tried to make a call back to the station, same thing. And so ironically, I really got to experience just a taste of what it's like for a lot of these people. And, you know, I want to introduce you to some of those people that we met along the way.
Let's listen.
When my internet's down, I ain't getting no notifications from nobody, no texts, no calls. I got to go out to the yard. Fiber optic, we've heard, should make it better, but it's just taking forever for us to get to that.
It's horrible. You know, we've tried to get it in several different locations, and we just can't get it. It won't pick up.
Our phone go down a lot too. It was down last week, the whole day week. Nobody had phone service. They do that a lot.
Yeah, just seeing a few of those snippets there, Claudia, makes me excited to hear the full story tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about the website that's available for folks who are interested in the story?
Yes, so first of all, you do want to watch Fox 10 News tonight at 9, 9:30, and 10. All 3 parts will be airing in our late shows. And then if you go onto our website, there is actually a high-speed hope tab that you can click on and find all of the information linking all of these different stories together. It's a very interactive page, so you can click on different elements and really explore and find out so much more behind the scenes about what it's like to live without high-speed internet, solutions, and things that are in the works right now.
And that is on your screen right here. As you can tell, it's easy to access, easy to find, so definitely check it out. Last but not least, Claudia, before you go, what's something that you hope people take away from this series here at Fox 10?
Yeah, I really hope that this really just brings awareness to what people are facing in these rural communities. I know that for me, I really take for granted the fact that I have reliable high-speed internet, and just to bring awareness to this issue in Alabama.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for the work that you guys are doing to raise awareness on this. Again, watch this tonight on Fox 10 News at 9. We'll see you there.
Check this out. Boom! A lightning strike causes tree to explode. It's all caught on home surveillance video. This happened in Aurora, Colorado on Sunday night. The lightning bolt sent shards of wood, as you can see, out from the tree, flying across neighborhood homes and even actually causing damage to some of those homes. One large fragment of wood even pierced through a wall of the home next door. Fortunately, no one was injured in this incident. The lightning strike, though, did not cause a larger fire there. Wow, what incredible video there. You know, we have a chance for thunderstorms and lightning and thunder later on today. And over the next couple of days, our rain chances are finally going up here over the next period. So let's talk about it. Your weather headlines here on your Tuesday. It is a warm and quiet afternoon for us with partly sunny skies. Then this evening we see a round of thunderstorms, mainly for our inland spots. A couple of those thunderstorms could be strong, producing gusty winds. Another round happens Wednesday evening. That one's going to be more widespread, more of a soaking rain with that one. Today's severe weather outlook: active weather to our northwest, an enhanced level 3 out of 5 risk for portions of Mississippi all the way over to Oklahoma and Texas here. This is a large risk, though, around it of a slight risk of severe storms. This is as a complex moves from west to east. It actually clips our local area here. You can see the slight risk, including our Highway 84 corridor. This is where we're expecting a complex of thunderstorms to blow in later today. And that complex of thunderstorms could cause some gusty winds. I don't think we have issues with tornadoes today locally. It's just going to be the gusty winds with those thunderstorms. Let's talk about how we get there, because this afternoon is going to be quiet. Temperatures near 80 degrees at the coast, 84 in Bay Minette, 85 in Monroeville. Then the afternoon, planner partly cloudy skies, those temperatures in the 80s. No real chance for rain this afternoon. Let's look at it on Futurecast, and you'll see that through 5 p.m., nothing's really going on. There are some scattered showers and thunderstorms off to our north. And then you see this. This is going to be the more active stuff. This is in that enhanced risk, a complex of thunderstorms producing possibly some strong to damaging winds. That complex clips our area. Depending on how healthy it is, that will determine our severe wind risk for our inland spots. But this particular model shows it breaking up just a little bit, so some gusty winds possible and lightning as this passes through, only for our inland counties. If you're in Fairhope, Mobile, Theodore, all the way down to places like Codan, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, you're going to notice just some scattered rain showers in the early nighttime hours. They're really not going to see much. You might hear some distant thunder there. Overnight tonight, as that line moves off to the east, continues to weaken, and eventually we go with just scattered rain showers overnight tonight, and we lose all the weather impact with the rowdy storms. Wednesday, first half of the day is gorgeous. I mean, absolutely lovely. Mostly sunny skies here, warm temperatures into the afternoon. Not a bad beach day here. Then late afternoon, you see a couple of rain showers popping up, but this is the complex that comes in here, and it gives us a nice soaking rain Wednesday night, and it blows through here. could see a stronger thunderstorm there as well. Then scattered showers and maybe rumbles of thunder as we head into Thursday morning. So here's that Wednesday outlook. Couple strong storms can't be ruled out with that evening round of storms. And with that potential, we want to remind you the Fox 10 weather app is the place to be. You have alerts available on the Fox 10 weather app. So if you get one, it will notify you. Always a good tip there. Also, you have beach conditions on the app that you can check out. I mentioned Wednesday, first half of the day, really not a bad beach day. Low risk of rip currents, very high UV index. Temperatures stay warm until they're not. Look at this weekend, Friday and Saturday, temperatures falling down to the 70s. That is because we have another rain chance that comes in here. A big boost as we head into the weekend. That's going to be favorable for us with a really nice rainfall total there over the next 7 days. And here how it shapes in the 7-day outlook. As you can see, a healthy rain chance there Saturday will knock temperatures down into the 50s and possibly the 40s inland for our morning lows.
A full schedule for King Charles and Queen Camilla starting off at the White House before a speech here on Capitol Hill. I'm Rebecca Castor with more on the royal visit coming up.
Fox 10 midday, a royal welcome for King Charles III and Queen Camilla at the White House today as they kick off a packed day of events as part of their official state visit. Fox News correspondent Rebecca Castor has the story from Capitol Hill.
The hope is that this visit from the King and Queen will emphasize the special relationship between the two nations over the past 250 years, as well as ease some recent rising tensions. An official state welcome for King Charles III and Queen Camilla at the White House.
Americans have had no closer friends than the British. Together, our warriors have defended the same extraordinary civilization under twin banners of red, white, and blue.
The visit comes at a crucial time, with the two longtime allies at odds over President Trump's tariffs, the war with Iran, and Trump's increasing desire to break away from NATO.
We should not be honouring the warmonger-in-chief with a state visit and a state banquet when he has lit the global economy on fire with a stick of dynamite by bombing Iran.
Following his time at the White House, King Charles will make his way over to Capitol Hill, where he'll address a joint meeting of Congress. He'll become only the second British monarch to do so, following in the footsteps of his mother, Queen Elizabeth, back in 1991. The king is expected to highlight the country's shared democratic values and commemorate the 250th anniversary of U.S. independence over Britain.
The fact that the king was invited to come celebrate our independence from his country just shows how tight these binds are and how long and storied this friendship is.
Later tonight, the king and queen will return to the White House for a formal state dinner. On Capitol Hill, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
It's 11:27 now on our Tuesday. Straight ahead, a West Coast state is suing a popular grocery chain. The reason why in your business news. Plus, imagine doing everything right for your student loan forgiveness and still getting denied. Coming up, a teacher says years in low-income classrooms, on-time payments, and even proof her servicer made mistakes still aren't adding up to the $4,000 in forgiveness she was promised. Why she's spending hours on hold and what you can do if you're in the exact same boat. And the new pressure on her loan company. This story and Did You Know is right after this. But first, Nick, a beautiful Tuesday.
Yeah, I want to take a look outside. We have some lovely camera views from the Eastern Shore Toyota Camera Network. Down at the beach, low risk of rip currents today. That's some decent weather. We'll talk about our next rain chance coming up.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Midday.
Welcome back. It's time for our half-hour headlines today. First, Okaloosa County officials say cleanup work on the SS United States is complete, but the final step before sinking the ship is still awaiting federal sign-off. The county's plan calls for sinking the ship about 20 miles off Destin-Fort Walton Beach, creating a brand new reef site in the Gulf. County leaders say they're waiting on approval from the Army Corps of Engineers and plan to submit a final report to the EPA in the coming weeks. Officials are targeting early May for deployment, but that timeline depends on those federal approvals. We'll keep you updated on that story. Meanwhile, Gulf State Park is less than 2 weeks away from the grand opening of its new luxury RV resort. The $24 million project was paid for as part of an $80 million bond sale by the state 3 years ago. The new bathhouses, laundromat, and walking trails will be open for all park campers to enjoy, not just those staying in the new section. And because the RV resort takes up just 70 acres of the old 1,800-acre golf course site, campers should have plenty of opportunities for wildlife encounters. Rates start as low as $74 a night, and the campground will be open on May 6th with the official ribbon cutting scheduled for May 11th. Exciting stuff there. And finally, new efforts are underway to bring new life and new homeowners to one of Mobile's most historic communities. The Africatown Redevelopment Corporation is working to preserve history while building affordable housing and attracting new families. Over the past 3 years, ARC has built 8 homes in the new area, half of them already sold, with 4 still on the market. These homes are designed to be affordable, priced at $185,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and $175,000 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. The ARC tells us applications are still open for the remaining homes. In our business news today, a new report casting some doubts on the rapid expansion of AI infrastructure and which grocery chains deals may be too good to be true. Fox's CJ Papa has those stories and more in today's Fox Business Briefs.
Fewer JetBlue flights in the skies. The airline says it's cutting off peak and less profitable routes to compensate for rising fuel costs. General Motors is raising expectations for this year. Now that the U.S. Supreme Court rejected President Trump's emergency tariffs, GM's recent quarter saw business down from a year ago, but GM is holding up better than Wall Street estimated. Coca-Cola also pumping up its annual forecast for 2026 after a quarterly earnings report that exceeded expectations. New questions about the massive amount of investment in artificial intelligence after the Wall Street Journal reports OpenAI missed its own internal projections for user growth and revenue. That's raising concerns about whether the growing industry can sustain its massive expansion. The news also causing Oracle stock to take a hit. The company has a huge data center deal with OpenAI. And BOGO deals that may have been too good to be true. Washington State is suing grocery chain Albertsons, alleging stores misled shoppers by inflating prices before it offered buy one, get one free promotions. The company says the claims are based on flawed data and analysis. CJ Papa, Fox News.
It's Osprey Cam time here on your Tuesday. 11:34 is the time. Looking at the bird. Cute. Very fill-out nest now here on that little eagle tower there. Really cool down looking out there, the nice scene, a few clouds off in the distance, calm waters there at Wolf Bay. It is going to be a nice afternoon to be outside. And if you're heading down to the beach, it looks great as well. Eastern Shore Toyota Camera Network with this view. Few waves out there, a little more wave action than we saw yesterday, but still nice conditions overall. We're keeping a low risk of rip currents, your temperature floating near 80 degrees. Understand your water temperatures are in the middle 70s right now. Beach forecast over the next couple of days. The low risk of rip currents continues here. You can see low, 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 and surf staying only around 2 feet there. There are chances for rain, though, down at the beach, especially keeping an eye on Wednesday evening. It looks rather rainy. Thursday, spotty showers. That one's kind of up in the air. It's not going to be until Sunday or Monday where you get a recovery in some really nice weather once again. One thing we notice with our temperatures, they start to go cooler here. That's because we have so many rain chances. We're actually going to get on a cool side of one of the boundaries that's going to be passing through here. It's going to be like a cold front, essentially. And with a cool rain happening behind this, you're going to notice those temperatures going down to the 70s. And I say cool rain, cool relative to what we have been at. There's that high rain chance on Saturday. That's when the actual big time system comes in. We'll take a look at this in modeling. Here's your rainfall forecast with a European forecast model over the next 7 days. Some decent totals there. That would seriously help us out with the drought. You can see the drought conditions with the red color, extreme drought for most of our area. All right, here's the near term. Complex of thunderstorms inland today. That is main headline 1 there. If you are inland, you have a chance of seeing some gusty winds today. There is a slight risk of severe weather for the Highway 84 corridor, level 2 out of 5. So as this complex moves in, gusty winds are possible, frequent lightning. This is 9:30 p.m. 9:30 p.m. when you're dealing with rain. Then after the leading edge of the line passes, your severe weather threat goes away, and we're just dealing with rain showers. Rain showers may spread south, so if you're along the coast overnight tonight, you may even get a rain shower. Not expecting severe weather by then. Then as we start our Wednesday, clearing skies. So clearing skies to start our Wednesday. Wednesday, first half of the day is fantastic, fantastic. Beach weather, whatever you want to do, it's looking good. Then Wednesday evening, we have a bit of development there of showers and thunderstorms, but a complex of thunderstorms rolls in, and that is the big show with a really healthy chance for rain area-wide here. Then after that complex passes, scattered rain showers and maybe even some rumbles of thunder overnight and into Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, I think we are just dealing with a few scattered rain showers developing here. Here's Thursday afternoon. The boundary, the front that I was talking about, just sits right here. Then on Thursday evening into Friday morning, kind of starting quiet here. Then late in the day on Friday, a wave of low pressure develops on this boundary, on this front, and rides along the coast here. And we get a big rain chance, a really healthy rain chance on Saturday. This is Saturday at 11 a.m. Widespread rain, even some rumbles of thunder possible at the immediate coast. Otherwise, it's just kind of a meh rain here. I think we'll take this. This will be awesome for our drought conditions. Here it is in the 7-day outlook. Temperatures do go down during that period with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s.
All right, thank you, Nick. Well, a big cleanup of a long-standing homeless encampment in Mobile taking place. It's all part of the Mobile Homeless Outreach Team's effort to help those in need right here in our community. Anchor Sarah Wall is taking a look behind the scenes at what's being done in our area, what resources are available, and what local officials are hoping to accomplish. In Depth with Sarah Wall, Homeless Encampment Cleanup is available on the Fox 10 Gulfstream TV app. Speaking of that app, now is a great time to download this free resource if you haven't done so already. Let's take a quick tour of what you can expect here on the Gulfstream. Gonna click on it right here, just using our Roku remote today. It'll take us to the home page where you can jump straight into our live broadcast here. As you can tell, this box is loading. And then if you want to scroll down and learn more about Sarah's segments, I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're just going to scroll through all of our specialty content here until we get to In Depth with Sarah Wall, which will be right over here. Might have passed it. That's okay. It's like a carousel. Here it is. We were just talking about that segment that Sarah covered this morning, and she covers some really great local, state, national, and global stories as well. So this is a great place to visit if you haven't done so already. Again, lots of specialty content here on the Fox 10 Gulfstream app that you might not be able to get here on air. I also want to point you to a new tab, which is High Speed Hope, our Fox 10 Investigate series. That is premiering tonight on Fox 10 News at 9. So this is going to be your place to go for all of these stories. I'm going to bring Nick in now for a look at the weather portion of this app as well. Some great resources here.
Yeah, definitely. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Again, the homepage is here. This is what happens when you open the app. You do see there's us on live television. Couple resources for you tonight, especially if you're inland and you deal with the possibility of thunderstorms. Constant radar, live radar, available right here on the Gulfstream app. All you do is go down, Storm Tracker Radar Plus, live, updated, always there for you. We are always streaming that. Then full forecast, whatever the latest forecast is, that's available right there. And then our next weather segment, the latest one goes into like the long range forecast here, but next weather, also a useful kind of in-depth deep dive into things. Also talking about the Hurricane Awareness Tour that's coming to Mobile. Again, Mobile International Airport happening next week. Take a look at that on the Fox 10 Gulfstream in the next weather section, full weather segment, all that stuff. So a whole bunch of stuff that is available to you here on the Fox 10 Gulfstream. If you want to download the Fox 10 Gulfstream, all you have to do, you go to the store, no, where's the search bar? There it is. Go to the search bar there, search Fox 10 Gulfstream, and then There you go. You'll find the button. It looks like that icon there. Tap on it, then you can hit download from there, or in that case, we've already downloaded it. Open the app, and all of these resources right in the palm of your hand with your big TV here on any of your smart TV devices. So be sure to download the Fox 10 Gulfstream. Ashlyn?
All right, Nick, thank you for that demo there. Well, a woman was counting on teacher loan forgiveness, but instead she's stuck in an endless cycle of phone calls and paperwork problems with her loan servicer. Susan Campbell discovered she's far from the only one fighting to get these loans wiped out.
There's about $4,000 on the line here, and Ms. B says she is not willing to give up on the teacher loan forgiveness she earned.
Dear Miss B, I love you so much. I wish I could stay with you. All of us love you.
Alexandra Blanchard loves her students. The feeling's mutual.
They write I love you a lot.
Documented in a binder full of handwritten notes and colorful drawings.
P.S. You're the best teacher, and I'm sad it's the end of the year.
Ms. B taught for years in low-income schools and was banking on student loan forgiveness because of it.
My mother was a single mom. I'm a twin. I wasn't going to go to college without loans.
She made years of on-time payments. Her balance was down to about $4,000. But when she applied for teacher loan forgiveness, she was denied.
Both school districts are shocked that, what do you mean you haven't been approved?
She's tried to get answers from her loan servicer, Mohila.
And every time it's a different excuse?
Every single time it's been a different excuse, and I just don't know. I'm at my wit's end.
Still, she calls and tries to plead her case.
One day was on hold 8 hours before someone answered and then sent me to a recording and then hung up.
So we've heard from thousands, if not tens of thousands of teachers all struggling with this issue.
Chris Hicks is a senior policy advisor at Protect Borrowers. He says challenges with loan forgiveness have significant financial consequences.
What that leads to is teachers having to make payments that they otherwise should have had to because their loan should have been canceled. Interest keeps growing. It impacts every aspect of your life.
So we asked if there's any recourse. Hicks says anyone who's in a similar situation should file a complaint with a federal student aid office.
That's not going to solve every problem for every person with a student loan, but that's the quickest way to start escalating it up the ladder to make sure the right people are reviewing it.
On Your Side reached out to Mohila. A spokesperson for the loan servicer told us Mohila is unable to speak to a specific individual situation. However, we can confirm that when concerns are raised to Mohila, we reach out to the individual in question to help resolve their concern. Ms. B says she's still waiting.
I really don't want to give up. I want to get the forgiveness because I already have teacher friends who gave up. I'm that's just wrong.
In recent years, there have been lawsuits accusing Mohila of mishandling student loans. And in 2024, lawmakers sent a letter to the Department of Education asking them to hold Mohila accountable after a report revealed serious billing issues. I'm Susan Campbell.
11:44 now. Thanks for staying with us on Fox 10 Midday. Still to come, Aldi continues to remove ingredients from its food. Plus, Little Caesars is getting into drone delivery. Where it's available and how it all works coming up in your Midday Talkers. Come back. For the first time ever, Little Caesars Pizza are being delivered by the air. Wow.
By air, wow.
Crazy.
Okay, this is, of course, Little Caesars teaming up with drone company Flytrex to roll out an ultra-fast food delivery.
Yeah, right now it's just at the Little Caesars location in Wiley, Texas, a suburb of Dallas.
They take orders via the Flytrex app.
Okay, the drone can fly up to 4 miles and carry about 8 pounds.
That's enough to carry 2 large pizzas, crazy bread, and sodas.
Wow.
The largest weight capacity of any current food delivery drone.
And get this, the drone is fast, averaging less than 5 minutes from takeoff to delivery. Is this the future of food deliveries?
Could you imagine just looking outside and just seeing zoom, zoom, zoom.
Moving quick. I will say we were talking about this a little bit in commercial break. Can't imagine, trees are a factor as well. Technology can be unpredictable.
Yeah, traffic, drones falling,
pizzas. There's so many elements
Imagine
in the
just
sky.
a pizza falling in your head.
A bird taking the pizza and That's what I would do if I were a bird, for sure. In the meantime, Aldi is removing more ingredients from its private label products.
The grocer announced it's cutting 44 of them by December of 2027.
Yeah, the list includes a diverse list of lesser-known additives, including preservatives, sweeteners, and flavors.
A decade ago, Aldi removed certified synthetic colors from the products.
The new announcement will bring the total number of banned ingredients from Aldi products to 57.
All in an effort to make this more.
Yes.
What are we putting into food kind of thing?
Right. More food conscious for sure. I love Aldi. My family grew up shopping here every single week. We didn't shop anywhere else. And now I shop there as an adult. It's affordable and yeah. Bottom line, I love Aldi.
We on the 3 o'clock show yesterday. We did a whole bunch of Aldi praising too.
Really? It's so good and it's cheap.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I was in there the other day, so yeah.
Yeah. We love you, Aldi.
Cool. Well, that's it.
All right.
Now let's go to break. All right. So he'll have a camera right now here at 11:50. This is what it looks like outside. Really nice conditions today. However, late this evening and overnight tonight, could see a couple rain showers and maybe some thunderstorms that are inland spots. Also, we have some active thunderstorms off to our north right now. We'll take a look at the radar, give you futurecast, and more coming up.
Balloon narrowly scrapes by disaster, a wall comes tumbling down, and technology revives one of history's most cataclysmic events. Patrick Cornell has it all in today's Take a Look at This.
Take a look at the moment a wayward hot air balloon slams into the side of a California casino. Aerials then show the rainbow-colored ride sliding over the top of the building with a person still inside the basket. Police say the pilot continued on, hitting a power line before safely landing the balloon in an open field a short time later. The near disaster took place during a groundbreaking ceremony for a new hotel. Authorities say the pilot made an unplanned launch due to unexpected strong winds. Fortunate to escape injury, as you can see the hard impact of the balloon hitting the wall, fully contorting the basket before breaking free. The FAA and NTSB have been notified. Take a look at another close call when the side of a building collapses just as a truck drives by.
Thank God that nobody was hurt.
Rubble in the street is what remains of the wall that houses the historic Lindy's Diner on Route 66 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Authorities said the 100-year-old structure was unsafe, evacuating it just days before it came tumbling down. According to KOAT, the owners will work to try and raise $250,000 to make proper repairs. And finally, technology is bringing us face to face with a victim from one of history's greatest tragedies. Researchers just used AI to reconstruct a grisly scene showing a man fleeing the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. The event in 79 AD infamously buried the city of Pompeii in volcanic ash and pumice. Archaeologists recently recovered remains found alongside a terracotta mortar they say the man probably attempted to use for protection from falling stones and debris. Centuries after his demise, those context clues were run through AI to give us a glimpse at what archaeologists believe would have been his final moments. For Take a Look at This, I'm Patrick Cornell.
Wow, AI is ever evolving. Too bad we can't use AI to make the perfect forecast every day, though. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Sunny, 65 degrees.
Sunny and 65?
That's like my dream day right
Sunny
there.
and 75.
I like it to be a little chilly. But
Sunny
today's
and
nice
75.
too. I'll take it. Okay, whatever. Let's get to the forecast.
Happy birthday, Ashlyn. Here we go. Let's talk about the forecast. 83 degrees right now in Evergreen, 81 in Mobile, 80 in Pensacola. Notice there's some rain showers and thunderstorms just off to our north here. That complex will continue on. It gets close to us, but doesn't really clip our inland spots. The thunderstorms that clip our inland spots are the ones that we see later on today. And this is the latest update of the severe weather outlook. And notice that they introduced a small moderate risk, I should say, near Dallas-Fort Worth. So just keep that in mind. But for us, it is a slight risk for our inland communities there as this line of thunderstorms just barely clips us. It's Highway 84 that'll deal with the thunderstorms. Here it goes. There it is. It's around 10 p.m. So the line pushes in there. Just keep that in mind. Another complex of storms will come through on Wednesday evening. So another good rain chance there. Thursday, a couple scattered rain showers. Friday, first half of the day is quiet, most likely. Then the end of the day, we see rain. And then Saturday, oh, it is going to rain on Saturday. And we are excited about that. Could be a nice soaking.
Yes, we are for sure. Thank you for the nice forecast for my birthday. I know you did that just for me, right?
Yes. All the work.
Sure.
All the work.
We'll see you on Fox 10 Live at 3. We hope to see you then 3 hours from now.